What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. And we're going to do a little bit of a restoration on a really nice pair of Crescent USA nippers. I love using this type of tool for pulling finish nails. It's just an awesome thing for when you're doing like trim carpentry stuff. Especially if you're replacing some like door casing or baseboard or something. I've just been a huge fan of these, and the ones that I use all the time are my channel lock ones, and these are the newer, still made in USA channel lock ones, but they just aren't as good. I don't think as this pair is, and I'm really looking forward to using these. And they're in great shape already. They're perfectly usable, but I want to put some handles on them. So I'm going to put some red Plasti Dip. I've never used that, so we're going to see how that works. But first, we're just going to clean these up, and this will be a pretty easy restoration. It's not going to be a whole lot of work. They're just stained and rusted up, a little bit rusty, but man, they're smooth, and the cutters are in perfect shape. I really wonder if anybody ever even used these, or if these just sat in the garage that I bought them from for years and years and turned this color, I just love anything that is vintage, like the old Crescent brand made in USA. It's usually really good stuff. And if it says Jamestown, New York on it, that's my favorite. But these are really nice. So I'm gonna clean them up. I'm gonna hit them with the wire wheel. There's no sense in you guys watching me do that. So when you see them next, they'll be wire wheeled, and they'll look a lot better. Okay, so this is what like if you watch Scout Crafter, he always says the post wire wheel evaluation. That's what this is. So yeah, that's just now what they look like after they've been on the wire wheel, and they look pretty good. They look pretty good. The handles here are nice and clean now for the Plasti Dip. You want those to be clean when you dip it in there so it adheres well. But the next step for me is going to be getting in some of these nooks and crannies here with this Dremel. And I love this cordless Milwaukee, and I'll use this small one, I think, to get in there, just in these areas here, and inside, mainly inside here. So just to get everything. And then I'll try to really shine it up a little better with the fiber wheel. I don't think I'm going to do any flap disc work or belt sander work on these, because of the shape is just kind of odd. So that does present a little bit of a problem. I'm not going for perfect here, but they're already looking so much better. So we'll see. But next step is just going to be this. All right, so now I've got it cleaned up pretty good with the wire brush, all in these areas inside and stuff. This Dremel tool is really good for that. Now I want to just take that shininess to the next level, So what I'm going to do next is use a combination of this wire wheel here on my bench grinder. This is just my bench grinder. I paid 20 bucks for it at an estate sale, and it's been going strong. Use my big wire wheel, and my fiber wheel on it for doing tool restorations. I'll use a combination of that big wire wheel and maybe this small one for my Dremel. We'll see. So next time you see this, it should be real shiny. And I'm gonna try and make sure I don't ruin that black finish that is on that nice line there. I wanna keep that, so I'm gonna try not to ruin that with the fiber wheel. That's part of the reason why the fiber wheel is good, is because it doesn't remove as much as sandpaper does, like on a flap disc or on the belt sander. So, and it's good for going over that lettering. It doesn't mess up that lettering. So we'll see here. We'll see here in a minute how well this works. This is kind of the tough part sometimes. All right, so you can see after that fiber wheel treatment, these are really shiny and nice. They're not, you know, you can work forever to try and make something perfect. I wanted to stay away from that line, so there's a little bit of staining near the line still. I touched the line over here, and look how it's not straight anymore. I always do that. I always try to get just a little bit more. So, but I left the line good on this side where the, you know, the front basically. But look how nice and shiny these are, and that is, I'll tell you what, this Milwaukee Dremel is just awesome. And I get these kind of little fiber wheels and all my little wire brushes, excuse me, off of Amazon, and it's great for like this shape, you know, different kinds of strange shapes on tools. But man, look how beautiful that is. So now we are ready for the plasti dip. That is the next step here. So you should be seeing some finished nippers here soon. All right, here goes nothing. Opening this dang red plasti dip up. Smells very plasticky. You gotta stir it up. I've already shook this a lot. All right. So we're gonna do our first coat here. And I'm doing both at the same time. Some videos said to do one way, some videos said to do the other way. Go up to about here. Said every 5 seconds do an inch. So here's going to be our first coat. I'm like a little concerned that I didn't go up high enough. But actually, I think that's about good. We're going to do a few coats anyway, so. And what we're going to do is put it up on these magnets to dry. So there's one set of pliers. I'm going to do a few more, or a couple more. So we'll see how this goes. I feel good. I feel good. All right. Actually, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be cool. So I've got them just hanging. They've got to dry for a while. This is just the first coat. But man, look how awesome those little channel locks are. And my little Crescent cutters. And then our main nippers. I didn't do the nippers. I didn't dip them deep enough, but it's just the first coat. I don't think it'll be that bad if I go a little deeper on the next one. I don't think you'll notice that little ridge. So, and then these cutters, the side, you see how right there it kind of dips a little bit? That's because I hit the side of it when I pulled it out, but they're all going to get a few more coats because I want it to be thicker. So, man, I think the Plasti Dip's going to be a success, guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna have ourselves a Plasti Dip video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a completed set of nippers right here. I went out and I did. This is about, I think this is 4 coats of the Plasti Dip. You know, if you dip it, I guess it depends on how fast or how slow you dip it, but it took about 4 coats. And the first, if you remember, the first dip that I did on video, it only went down to about here or something. I took it up to here, and you really can't tell. I was afraid there'd be a little ridge, but you really can't tell. But man, that's the finished product. You know, I didn't take it to a crazy level, but I mean, look how nice they look. They're really, this is a beautiful pair of pliers now. And I just love the Crescent made in the USA stuff. They made all kinds of stuff. And anytime I can find something like this in good condition, I snag it. And this is just going to be a really fun pair of nippers to have. I love this kind of pliers. The one thing that I'd love, I wish there was like a clear coat Plasti Dip you could put over this just to make it like a little bit more shiny, a little bit more like durable. I don't know. That'd be cool. But overall, I think the Plasti Dip is really, really nice. I mean, this is way better than not having any handles at all. And it really feels good. And it looks good. It turned out great. Like, you know, there's not a whole lot of bubble on the bottom from it. And the thing that really worked out great, let me see if I can take you off of this tripod here. The thing that really worked out great were these magnets, because the directions say to hang it with some wire or something, but putting it on these magnets worked awesome. And as you can see, I've got these other pliers that I did. Put you back on here. So I did these crescents, and I think I might cut that just so that line is there. Cut the Plasti Dip a little bit down a little bit. I didn't really mean to dip it that far, but these are just an awesome little pair. I mean, I really felt good about this restoration. If you could see the way these looked before, I mean, you'd be amazed at what they look like now. And they're good little nippers, and the cutters are perfect on them. And you know, it's just a good little tiny pair of cutters. These are also Crescent, Jamestown, New York ones. I love when they say Jamestown, New York. These are just, and Crestalloy. I just think this is a really pretty little pair. A little bit of a chip on the end, but you know, that's okay. They're really nice now with these little, and they all got 4 coats, and much more comfortable to use now. And then I wanted to get some green handles for these Dymaloy little channel locks, but it was hard to find green. I didn't find any green Plasti Dip, so I just stuck with the red on these. But these are awesome. I love using these pliers. I use them on my battery connections on my cars and stuff. They're just a handy little like pair of pliers to grab that I don't mind, you know, putting in all kinds of situations. They got good teeth on them. Like, they bite good for little channel locks, and they just feel real solid. They line up well. I love these little pliers, and now that they've got handles on them, they'll be even better. So I just think I just love this Plasti Dip stuff. I think that's such a cool thing to do. I'm definitely going to do it on some more. But yeah, Crescent end nippers restoration complete. I think this is a win here. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys like these tool restoration videos, let me know in the comments. I'll keep doing them. So thanks for watching.